said the Paya Nemana, a bit me a corner ye at the amount the Ayam Media and Professional Institute on Makahubi, Womoso Airport, a Fay Eden Hills Residential Service, so Minakahubi, and I won't boy you didn't send me a Babasuma, some I didn't know dear Timo Akotipi and Samampani, John Dramani Mahama Kopium was Singapore. Now, when you want for a year, Woho, Edim Como, HSS, a whoop, a Biaya, Umbedi Japa, Ewa Bibrimha, Omfom and Intre, or my Ganamo.
Ye do be koko na de sheroma e wo ho no mo dia to dwa se e ba ne jene e butu wo ho no papa na so hu be hia che emperifo be hwe e san se ade che no bi wo mo Ghana ha no ne so wo mo kra jene e di fi Burkina ene ne mpoche mu
what a committee say wo mo nya hwehwemu emfamfa tamale teaching hospital si wa na oda no aye pamo no committee no aye mu hwehwemu nyina awie e de report akoma health minister.
Yerebeko Savannah Manjam na solar tuna e hono mo enre yada eye mente me ho se man humne so e wo honom na so abankofo bi ahwere wo mo enkwa IGP ora tete yo no akopie mu e wo honom nsem ben e na wode tu dwa enwumre yede bi besomo kase yi so
ensamono pika we mu ho e na yababwa no e de e ba besomo na akenkafo enwumre yi wo hwe ye yeme omahene Kofi Asempa mene
na nekua Acheba acha ebusu ebetwa ye ho akwa ye ba ensem no enchemu ankasa ye de besomo ye
free Mampani John Dramani Mahama na so ye na sentam na yebo amane ese Mampani John Dramani Mahama tie na chi e de afri o maimu o na achiremu wo Japan na owie Japan nhyiamudie no wo san eto aso de na achiremu e wo Singapore ya wo ne impinifo ahodo e wo ho no mo ekobo nkomo aboa se de be ya o my Ghana ye nsikasem ye ndwadie ni nyina ebetimi akora ne mu ye papa na ene Mampani ewura mu ho no mo a na wakasa e wo 8 Africa Singapore Business Forum asiye en wade to so bia wo kire se ohwe African Continental Free Trade Area ye bepie mu ewo abibrem ha se ya aboa pa ohwe sika abibrem ha yetimi atabiri ede afri mu a ebeye se America dollar no miensa achiripo enan opepepepepe ai dos pa ye kan trillion achiri aboa amadwade atimi akora ne mu yie papa ewo oman mu na wade to so bia wo kire se Singapore man no ebepe biaye ahodo a obeba ewa bibrem ha na watima bedidwa no wonkan hunu se wo my Ghana eda mu bafu akura se woba na obedidwa ewo my Ghana betimi aboa no am watima gina na so na niam ahodo nyina atimi akoyi ama no.
The equator intersect, so we're located geographically, strategically. The continent is the world's most dynamic emerging market today. We are 1.4 billion people, young, fast urbanizing, digitally connected, rapidly growing middle class, and Africa's cities will host more than 700 million consumers by 2030. The African Continental Free Trade Area is the largest new free trade area in the world by number of countries, and this creates a $3.4 trillion market and lowered barriers across supply chains on the continent. Africa holds vast renewable energy potential and is already a global leader in mobile money and fintech adoption. This is a market ready for scaled solutions. Yet this opportunity must be matched with capital at the right price and with the right instruments. As the African Union champion on financial institutions, I must be candid. The current global financial architecture remains inequitable for low and middle income countries. Africa faces an annual financing gap estimated at $1.3 trillion. Infrastructure needs alone run between $181 and $221 billion per year. And the climate finance gap is about $213 billion annually. We're taking bold steps to build an African financial system that works for Africa, accelerate the African Monetary Institute as a precursor to the African Central Bank, and link 10 major stock exchanges through the African Exchanges Linkage Project to enhance liquidity. We're also scaling up the Pan-African payment and settlement system to enable businesses to settle cross-border trade in our own local currencies. And this is where Singapore's strength can be catalytic to this process. Singapore stands at the nexus of global finance, fintech, logistics, and green innovation. Your excellence in project preparation, blended finance, risk management, standards, and dispute resolution is precisely what African projects need to move from pipeline to bankable builds. As host of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, Ghana sits at the heart of the 3.4 trillion single market. Through ECOWAS, we connect you to more than 400 million consumers in West Africa. We offer political stability, a rules-based environment, a double taxation agreement with Singapore, which has been in force since 2019, and a growing base of Singaporean investors, 69 registered companies with a cumulative investment exceeding $2 billion. And I wish to assure Minister Grace we will sign the BIT very soon. Ghana, therefore,
August Busumia emonede so ensia na Ghana yante asamde na empochopa yi ebiana edimpanifo efri enkran hanom eko eyob wasene mpotem akakodi dwumaso ewo hodom ekwenya kwenhye nam so emma Ghana adehye empanifo makomako enwotwe womo eko etoye enam so ama Ghana adehye no mo ebi eche wo madwense kamia se ene okofa wiemu hyenkra na empo eyasrafo de yi bia bomodi anse obehwe ho yie esanse wo mo hu ne se bia na chopa ye kwatehwe ye kra nema enkoyie wo ho enti ena enam so a ema sa atrencham yi eba behwe oman Ghana enam so enti ama acting commissioner Edema Aircraft Accident and Incident Investigation Bureau eye owura MK Wombati wakasa ena wode atodwa se de course no enye se ebi ahwehwemu no wo ma hwehwemu awie ehuna de kode poti esi ye enam so ema sade no ebaye na mom waka esisudua se Ghana ye wie mu hyan ahodo wo mutufa wie mu no wo mo ho ye den papa eba no se enioma bia ensaye ewo ho na wo chemu se ena no chopa ekotehwe ye no ye mo madin ase de mpanifo wo mo apaw investigation team no wo mo nye wo mo ehwehwemu ejesu ntwanto no ena ye begina so na ye de akansam na ye nyai se ye to ensam egu emframem esanse chopa no ye nim adekudie potenti a ema no etehwe ye na mom Ghana eba ye wie mo hyan ahodo wo mutufa wie mu no wo mo ho de papa wo mo tiapo enya dia eho ato chema.
We don't investigate military aircrafts until we get approval from the sector minister. When we get approval from the sector minister, it's not as if we are supposed to go and lead the investigation. All over the world, nobody, it is only the military that does their own investigation. The military does their own investigation. And so we don't do it. But then, when they invite us to use our expertise, when the military invites us to use our expertise, we join them to do investigation, but we don't lead the investigation because of our expertise. They also have investigators among them, and so they do them. But any time there's the need, there's an incident, then they invite AIB to support them in the investigation, and that is where you need the minister's approval to do that. This has been the questions wherever you go. Say, oh, we don't have any job because how many times will you have accidents in Ghana? You see, what we do is that it is because we do a lot of safety protocols behind the scene. That is why we don't have these accidents happening. And actually, this current administration, my target is that I want to do more of the prevention. And in doing preventions, you have to collaborate a lot with the stakeholders. And that is what we are currently doing, so that when you do more of the prevention, you will not see accident happening. No, we collaborate very well with the military, very, very, very well with the military. And they are very nice people and very professional. And so when there's the need or any time there's any incident, they invite us. They always invite us, and we go to support. We don't investigate military aircrafts until we get approval from the sector minister. When we get approval from the sector minister, it's not as if we are supposed to go and lead the investigation. All over the world, nobody, it is only the military that does their own investigation. The military does their own investigation. And so we don't do it. But then, when they invite us to use our expertise, when the military invites us to use our expertise, we join them to do investigation, but we don't lead the investigation. Because of our expertise, they also have investigators among them, and so they do them. But any time there's the need, there's an incident, then they invite AIB to support them in the investigation, and that is where you need the minister's approval to do that. This has been the questions wherever you go. Say, oh, we don't have any job because how many times will you have accidents in Ghana? You see, what we do is that it is because we do a lot of safety protocols behind the scene. That is why we don't have these accidents happening. And actually, this current administration, my target is that I want to do more of the prevention. And in doing preventions, you have to collaborate a lot with the stakeholders. And that is what we are currently doing. So that when you do more of the prevention, you will not see accident happening. No, we collaborate very well with the military, very, very, very well with the military. And they are very nice people and very professional. And so when there's the need or any time there's any incident, they invite us. They always invite us, and we go to support. The main purpose of accidents investigation is to prevent future occurrences. And to prevent future occurrences, after the investigation, you do what recommendations. And out of this recommendation, when there's the need for reforms, then you do those reforms. But until then, you cannot just say we need reform because an accident happened. You wait until the investigations are done. When the investigations are carried out, then you then look at the reforms that may come or you need to take. We don't investigate military aircrafts until we get.
Yetwa ensem so na yakọ ensem foforo mu na dwumadie bi akoso ewo Enkrahase Movenpick Hotel na dwumadie no ekoso ni nyina ye Pakistani Rice Road Show 2025 na ekoso na dwumadie no ase no so afọ ye a wo hwe oman kwadwuma ensem ene enuane eso kopie mu ewo dwumadie no ase orunyamfo Erikopoku na nkasa yem ewo dwumadie no ase no de to so a wo trese aban anya ni suade hunu se woni Pakistan ebe kan bom ama emu ya yedua afi de ekra erifi obi ma so ede ba ha no ni nyina ebetimi akoso wano pa ede amayen na wo hwe se de ewiase ama na man nyina Pakistan na akwakoye oman a obomodin edua emu export no dudu mu pa eye wono ene di se adwuma no eni ti se de ho bono a ebetimi aboaye papa ama edwumadie ewo emu ni dua mu anase yedi bi free obi ma so ede aba ha no de yedi free ye ma mu so akwa manhodo so no ni nyina betimi aboaye papa ama sa adwade yi atimi agina na so ye papa.
This has become one of the most important staples in Ghana, with consumption rising sharply in recent years. While government is working diligently under the Feed Ghana program to increase local production through irrigation expansion, improve seed distribution, mechanization, and farmer support, we acknowledge that current demand still outpaces supply. As such, quality imports continue to play an important role in maintaining food security and meeting consumer preferences. Pakistan is a world leader in rice production and exports, renowned for its premium basmati and long-grain parboiled rice. This expertise offers Ghana not only access to high-quality imports, but also an opportunity to learn from Pakistan's experience in research, mechanization, and value chain development. Rice has become one of the most important staples in Ghana, with consumption rising sharply
in Savannah Mensino Emum. Sola tuna karba ehonomo ena yeko. Na watri ye a ye kwesiada ena menteme hwase esore ye ewo ehodom. Na ne nyina ejina ensase ene eho ensem. Mene wo kase enkofo du ena womo ahwere womo enkwa ewo hodom ne nyina asase manso. Aha ye media we didi komediem ene de keka ho a womo de bo anie no. Enkofo du ahwere womo nkwa. Emu ensian so eprepra de mu oden. Mene wo kase enkofo miensa de empanifo kire mu a womo stibio mu wo mu no ano de papa a womo epre age womo enkwa. Enam so ama IGP meche posi penny sahene edema oman Ghana eya onmonyamfo Christian teto yohonu abomodia enene manfo akokopie mu ewo honom mene wo kasa yi de eba no aposifo a ye de bimo akokogu honom sanso ena Ghana Armed Forces senso wo mo ayi enkofo bi a won betimi aboban na wo ma ageban ewo honom na abra empanifo kopie mu na wo mo kire mu se wo mo nantese nyina ne se wo mo ba behwe afane afanye sese wo mo eko ewo honom adekode abotia ha wo mo nti ama nam so ma wo mo eko entokwai se de be ye wo betimi ede yie ede atu yie ewo honom wo mo kire mu a miaye bi atese sola kwaniyiri ene jiniri ene sese yi de okopie mu wo no mo dia ma wo mo edwane ankasa esanse sebe entokwa ekoso wo honom no na ene ayan moja efiegu ye ene de keka ho na no ena owuratete yohonu ekase obi anka na kuma entu ne yam esanse sese ye omo akokopie mu honom omo gidi se asomdwe ebeba honom a sa mente me ho ase na asore no ebetimi aba form.
Just going from village to village, we have also mobilized more FPU personnel, over 100 FPU personnel from Accra who have just arrived, and over 30 counter-terrorism units who have also arrived to support the men over here. Eventually, we have almost getting to 300 policemen on the ground, at least to help the people who are in this situation. You know, people who are running away from this fight, at least so that we can give them protection, and also try to work together with other security agencies to bring tensions down. In so doing, I could also not sleep in Accra. We are working towards an operation at Apetia, a by-election that is coming on. So all our mind is geared towards that area. In so doing, I realized that no, I cannot go to Apetia without putting my foot here to see how our men are also doing their work and whether we still need more attention to be put in this area. And that is why in yesterday night, I mobilized my other former members and also informed the Interior Minister that I'm ready to go to Sola, that I cannot go to Sola without stopping over with the Jira to listen to him, and in so doing, I have also to see the minister, who is the regional minister over here, at least to give me some insight as to the security situations. And he mobilized his rec cell, and when we were there, then we also saw the general officer commanding the northern sector also came in, which was also in the same direction to come together to see to peace in the area of the Gondar. And so we met, and then our brother, located the NIB Director General, was also getting out of here when he heard that we were coming, and then the coordinator asked to, National Security Coordinator asked him to wait for us. And because he is an indigent from this area, he will tell us when we should step before we get to the ground. And so we are all here to come and then pay courtesy call. I was just going from village to village. We have also mobilized more FU.
na yenko yenim epo bosuminim asem esi ewo Tamale Central ye nam so ma nipa awakọ ayresabia akwaje ayrehwe ewo Tamale Teaching Hospital efamu ehwere ne nkwa asem yi na ya rehosem pa nam so ma aswafo ya wo hwe apomudin ensem so ekire sene opani a woda ayresabia na no entranchen ya wo mu eyi no esi nchen ehonmo a na womote ho basunko se womonye hwehemu famfasem a esi yeyi eho nyame yadom ama committee ya womo eteye no womaye wo hwehemu nyina wie de ho report nyina akọ masoafo ya wo hwe apomudin ensem so waje krata no atom obekọ na wakwakohwem se de be ya bibia womode egu akwamu no obemomodin na watimi adi so ayere nyina pepepeni a wada ekuo no ano no ejepre ene sentrofo edinkomo.
Minister of Health initiated an independent investigation appointing a multidisciplinary committee to assess the clinical, operational, and systemic factors that may have contributed to the death of the above-named patient. So, in doing so, the committee actually met. We had a total of about 12 sittings where we met with the family of the patient, the relatives, the friends, staff of the hospital who were actually within this unit. We are talking about the accident emergency department, the ICU, and other staff who mattered in this issue. So within the period of May, June, we were able to meet all of them. And then, of course, we also assessed the protocol, the SOPs, standard operating procedures that the hospital had. And on that basis, we came out with our findings. And in addition to the findings, we also came out with far-reaching recommendations that we think that if these recommendations are actually implemented, will only go a long way to help improve the...
This issue became an issue of public concern, and once the committee has sat on it, the report has been presented, the people of this country must know that the report has been presented to the ministry. And I can assure you, we take our time, study the report, and whatever recommendation that it contains, we make sure that these recommendations are implemented. Our ultimate aim is to improve upon the healthcare delivery services in the country. So we thank you so very much for this voluntary work you have done for Mother Ghana. We are so grateful.
Minister of Health initiated an independent investigation appointing a multidisciplinary committee.
Na eye de typhoid fever yi de atiesim ewo ehwo no ma me ne wo ekasai empanifo ebu nkonta wo mo ekyeremu abosumi baye makomako ensia enie cases a wo mo enya no wo mo se ebro 10,000 emu dodo na ena wo mo afamu ahwere wo mo enkwa ewo ehonom enam so enti ema enei wo mo ati sanitation task force na task force wo mo adwuma wo mo eba bedi ene se wo mo ba behwe ekwan ye fa so na empo bola ye krakra no ewo honom ensuo ahodo nso ye ma eni ete ansana enipa ede akoni fie akwakoye aduane anase aye bibia obetimi anom ede akoni mu wo mo nso eba behwe na empo emra ebo wo mo ho ban ewo timantem honom no adehye no ma ewo honom ebetimi edi so Mami Cynthia Sechere wono ena eye regional environmental health officer ewo honom wachiremu a eye afiya yesi 2025 ede eba January de bayidie yade no etete wo mo papa eye 4517 cases ena wo matimi akonfirm wase enya ya resebia bia obekọ bia yesi we wanya typhoid ampaniampa oba hwe ni mojamu no na ebi ewom entini sanyo me wo mo hwehwe mu no eye fin efi kan hu bi papa wasi enwura o kwabra ne hwa gata ne wahwe agumu se twom ne wakofi akoda wasi ne nyina ka ho ebi nso wo no ma ensuo no wo beto papa no wonto ene wo tobo ya bi ne wo twegu ne musa ni nyina ka ho ebi e na ma yade no ate atese e wo honom eti tax force ye wo mati wagidi se ebetimi aboa na yade wo maso ano e wo oti mantem yenkonko tieni sem se de wode to ensemtwefo eni
cases and OT is not exceptional. We have a data from OT Regional Health Directorate that indicated that a total number of 10,233 from first quarter to second quarter is confirmed cases of typhoid fever. And if you look at the first quarter alone, we are talking about 4,417 and 5,816 confirmed cases from the hospital. This is a public health concern. If you look at the percentage between the first and the second quarter, we were expecting that at least there should be reduction, but there was increase of 31.something% of typhoid cases at the various hospitals. It's affecting her. There are contributing factors to these diseases. We can look at those that even don't go to the hospitals. What happens in cases? And OT is not exceptional.
Se uwram ewo sene east mansinum ewo bono east mantam no emu a nananom ya ewo ho e kire se wo mo eniem ahodo be boa makuru na timi akora nemu no wo ma tosini ewu mpa na nana owusu sachi ya wotoso miensa eye ohenepon ya wo sene east na sene east ekura ye friend basa eho ena nana eye hene wo ho ono kro na esan ye president edima eye Bruno East Regional House of Chiefs wono eneda wo mu ano ewo hono mu na wakasa ene sanchofo bonkomo no wo kire se wo hwe ne mpeso aso ayi da da nyina omafo edi tware mpoase an ne mpeso aso nya akono ne kuro mu mfuturu ho ene ye woka edi hu adanse se an no kore ayi bibia kama edi amano eno achi atrechefo bi a wo mu Obasa Senior High School so edi to su bi kire se wo kitchen ene dining hall ni nyina nya akono eto mo sira da se mpenifo mo de sanse mi nyina atudwa abra mantam no esoafo wura mu Obasa Senior High School ekosra nkoda wo mu tro wasi ensohwe no.
Challenges are what I've already mentioned to the minister. I said we need a pickup that we can be used to transport our papers or in the movement where we don't need to go with many people. And another one is our dining hall. We don't have a standard dining hall where we can accommodate all our students. So we need a dining hall that can accommodate all our students and a modern kitchen where all our food should be prepared. Now, this is the only kitchen that we have and we are only managing it. So we'll be very grateful if minister can liaise with all these various stakeholders to provide us with. For the accommodation is okay. The only side of the body facility that is not encouraging is the kitchen and the dining hall.
Mantam swafo. Sini isi ya kamba papa, especially Basa. Yeah. I am a one and so because social media na odi matem osi mi ko mu futu hospital kwa mi ni bi ampa John Dramani man ba ha ne second year of the bar first year of the bar is no ma yi blon na me se nka kofi anto ata no fia konyam na wadu be 70% and the predecessor na kufu do ba ye obewie nti sene me no kase second school akore end ye nsaka na babia se say ehia ye pa ya yarsabia agenda wan masin kajeji nimia by free as Basa ko kajeji the mass ba ko dum we secondary school ya me de meka fa yare for be nsia na nso e de makokwa me dan so ime srawo se for clinic de wadaroma wabomodiana wabai wabomodia yebi amam.
As a minister in my team, I have to also carry on monitoring exercise. So I came to Basa Secondary School. In fact, I found out so many things, and thankfully, they haven't recorded any malpractices. It is a good sign. It is a best practice that we must all emulate. So I came to motivate them and to assure them that I'm from Atibubu. They are at Basa here taking their papers. They can become president tomorrow, irrespective of where you are. So I came to motivate them.
They requested for so many things, but we thank God that we've already worked on most of them. Their dining hall, about 2,500 capacity dining hall, is approved. So very soon the contractor will come on site. Challenges are what I've already mentioned to the minister. I said we need a pickup that we can be used to transport our papers, or in the movement where we don't need to go with many people. And another one is our dining hall. We don't have.
Jene eye atosodie na adetomfo ewo oman Ghana mu eko eye oman bi etese Nigeria Niger ene Burkina Faso ena ekokofa ne dodo edeba oman Ghana mu eba ebetom se de be ya wo mo so betimi edwede wo mo edie no wo mo ebetimu ede wei enam so ama eye adehye no mo wo mo edua jene ewo kwawu kotoso ene empo kwawu pitiku Womo so kasa de afa ho womo kiremu se jene sese wo ba kwawu ene ne mpotemu de abusu wo hodom bomba harvest pa womo adua jene atu jene ama sese ese koka ntokwa ho no mokura jene ne yede beboro nanso de nyina no womo enya atofo esanse Ghana fo aye adwen se ye beko Burkina nsana yakwakoto jene ebasan so a ha adwen esanse Burkina yi wo de ka ne beko akofo beba no na chese ehu kase susu Wode be ko market na afa de ya ye kwa koto ne ho akere yen enti nke be ya wo mo ede adesede ekwo ede ama aban Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama ene osofo wo hwe Ghana ekwaye ho ensem eso owura Eric Opoku se wo mo enkambom na empo no enhehye wo mo de begu akwam a ebeboa no wo mo mfengu akwam se wo tonje ne dia ene fo wani kirebu ewo eye kwawu south ene eyi kwawu empesua ne so na kwana kwoto de nani bi wo hodom se de be ya wo de ba marketa ebe ya fofofo ama yenso ya yeto ye ho behenhan yen na yenya se ye ko bi ban so akwakoto de ne ede aba Ghana enka ne na je ne eni hanom a ene ya me ne wo kasa yi de wo mo kiremu se oba hodom a je ne abuso wo mo hunu de wo mo de ye enti atofo emra meto wo beto so a aban ene empedefo enye bibi mfa ho na wo mo so wo mo dua sebe wo mo enya so emfa so
ya do fu pa wo fiti sempoa de kosi dede so pa nya agroje jene ne ba na se omo nto because of Nigeria jene na yesa na ama eka abedi so bank bosian so na yeji ayede eye adwuma
bomodin na omboaye na yenye omo yesihye ma Nigeria ni Niger fo no omo no reduce omo de no ban kakra na yentimi ntuye de no nton
aban yesra wo yesram mo amuka bia wo mu yesram papa nom afom kra meda because man ya aban de me beko bank for be kire me de me akotum president any agric minister yesram ara me mo metwa ye ni mehwa yan yo
gina fo mu ha no agric minister ankasan na ye hian se wonfa na nikosi amehwe agima no na se duruje ni abatamu a omomwa yen machines hayen omitima afa kwan bi susu aye den yemsi na wa ha no ye ne wo ha eye agima wonim ye haw wode ne ye haw betu nanim mesum ye party ba me mesum gina ha nti ye sre no ase womra no womehwe wonchini emfa nchini wonhwe de agima ye no ha no eche Burkina for de ekura nti sa ma sisi no so ye were kosi se agriculture minister ba no ye ne be di nkita ho a womwa ye e wo satellite na asem na se mwa ye be start agima no a no mo ma e bisia sana Nigeria for edije na hayen wo ha no
dom ya do fu pa wo fiti sempoa de kosi dede so pa nya agroje jene ne ba na se omo nto because of Nigeria jene na yesa na ama eka abedi so bank bosian so na yeji ayede eye adwuma
bomodin na omboaye na yenye omo yesihye ma Nigeria ni Niger fo no omo no reduce omo de no ban kakra na yentimi ntuye de no nton
aban yesra wo yesram mo amuka bia wo mu yesram papa nom afom kra meda because man ya aban de me beko bank for be kire me de me akotum president any agric minister yesram ara me mo metwa ye ni mehwa yan yo
gina fo mu ha no agric minister ankasan na ye hian se wonfa na nikosi amehwe agima no na se duruje ni abatamu a omomwa yen machines hayen omitima afa kwan bi susu aye den yemsi na wa ha no ye ne wo ha eye agima wonim ye haw wɔde ne yɛ ha obetu nanim me so me party ba me so me gyina ha nti yɛ srɛ no ase wɔmmra no wɔmɛhwɛ wɔnkyini ɛmfa no kyini wɔhwɛ dɛ adwuma yɛyɛ no ha no ɛkyɛ Burkina Faso de ɛkora nti saa ma series no so no yɛbɛ rekɔse sɛ agriculture minister ba no yɛ ne bɛdi nkita ho a wɔmmoa ɛwɔ saa light na asɛm na sɛ mmoa yɛbɛ start adwuma no a no mo ma ebisia sɛ na Nigeria for edije na ɛha yɛn wɔ ha no
dom ya dɔfo paa wɔ fiti sempoa de kɔsi dede so paa nya agorɔgye gene ne ba na sɛ ɔmo ntɔ because of Nigeria gene na ɛyɛ sa na ama ɛka abedi so bank bosia so na yɛgye a yɛde ɛyɛ adwuma
bɔ mu din na wɔn bɔ
Ghana de share mo amoton bi emfa ho ne market a wo ton no bra hodom bra na beto bi essence se de bomba harvest ebusu kura ne bo fofofo onso to a obenya eso emfa so ezembe wo bo e de ato etwa eno no ye begina wo mo ensem yi eso na ye twa ye hotia wa akwa ba ye ba ye do be ko amahodo ensem emu ye ba sesia
Anuano ne adafo mede nkyira sonko ede mu obi biara saa mre ohwe me wo kasamfoni eso medin de nana otafrija owusu ageman mene kwankyerefo a meda time heba ano ene ede edura to din time heba mesha yede aba adwaman so ene baabi abefa bia drugstore eba shop pharmacy shop baabi ade kan sa time heba mesha ni abone mran se TIME wasa kaisa time no TIME juma edie ne se malaria fever pepa cho wo bi a wakọ hospital na lab ni aka cho se malaria fever na se 3 die e wo mogya mu dia edura wo behia eye time heba mesha time heba mesha na ade a wonya bi na no ma ebeboa yi saa malaria parasite no afiri wo ni padua no emu ne nam sent obu abos na num ato ontumi ni di obu okra otumi ka se me de me soro kwampa mente kom obesoro no aye boho obu abos obesoro na awode no ebeduru awia no ate asi ebeduru nimre na wasan eda ho bosana no ho na epusi chechechechecheche obenya penkra bi awe ebeduru nimre na wasan eda ho pepa cho oyo bi a wutie me na wo hwe me a bomaden na koto saa time heba mesha ibi kokoto eduru bi na so eduru hwe ne hu dwuma time heba mesha edie sanse eduru ne eduru a wono ma eboa ma otumi didin eboa ma otumi anumsuo eboa ma otumi adwonso yare we kwampa betra fidie so na manka na so eduru na ekọ dane dade meta kan se Nyankopon ene se yade ayar safiri Onyankopon na so de adua tam heba meshamu to onya bina no ma ebetu aboa papa obu abo so se na ase ehyehye no ne honam edwa no okoto kete so a ontumi na nani begusu saa ma ade ache menua ba me papa me maame a wotie be eya ade a emwa obu okwa dare dabo se na pressure na ewo soro obu okwa pressure na ya ma ne nu awonom na so na ewo soro ade ntrebi obakọ hospital obakọ akwa check no na ne malaria parasite na akosoro ne sent akova saa o how na ade abre no pacho wutie mi abomaden na no nom time heba meshane bi obetimi dia waduro nom na no pa awia ane enumre na ebeboa madane da wanya apomde soronko emri maame bi ne me kasai wo so on time heba meshane empane wada krokran pa wanum bi se woto akwaro anya bi anom a na no honam ye basabasa sanse no kwasem se de nubra enu tahini ne haha hodo ene ayatwetwum nsuo na dia time heba meshane na adwuma edie ne de be pacho esewani esese ye ka kire ho ni nyina ne se wo abeto aduro bi na waso aduro na wo dwuma aduro no edie sanse mpanifo se wiase mu obi bekọ abeka kire wa ente se wa okohu sanse wani sam a yense opreka bomade ne bowura drugstore eba shop okwa ankasa meto aduro bi akeke okwa also petam heba mesha obu aye kan se won fa aduro ni din entritrim obekọ drugstore eba shop no afi no kwa kwachirechire ma kire ho ametesi obi kasa na wo chirechire me yade pa no oka ho asem no yebebu sanse ye aduro be o se aduro ni de me yura fi afi ni akofa aduro bi ane de ama no dane da sameta kan se emperenfo se kokọ na mapema o mu nyina ne pe na so so bia ne ntakra na makokọ yakasi o na so ntakra bo ne de fanyina kwatre kwa obeto aduro na aduro ntimi mwa ne de ka wanto aduro ne krampo ankaye ne sentra make for time eba mesha make for de amasa bomade na nunum bi na yade a ebeto aboa papa ama won so watumi ade ho wo wa akra wo boarding house ofrinfie du mienu ekwa wototo ye ne provision wototo ne ma akwa koma na school mu no na wato time eba mesha ne bi na wo de akwa koma no sanse mprepi no ofia ne afrɛw ɛna oba no yare o ɛna oba no wayɛ hoya ɛna oba no sɛ ka nyame nko anka bibi yaayɛ no mesrɛw no nom tam heba mehyane bia wotobi de mana ɛyɛ ade a ebetumi aboa no ɛno akyire yɛde tam herbal capsules and afi ye den mesha so no ye de aba edwama so no na ye duro no betima no capsules no anase ne mesha no na obi bisa say herbal capsules ana ne mesha dwuma be na edie broni ka bi say general well-being na ya kasa na je say nipa efiri wo na se kopemutin onu madura etime boa esiesie ho brasses ene red brasses no amada ne dare e ba nya hode stronko na aboa amakwa tia yarewa ahodo me pacho yo obi a wutie me dane da yare bia baba bia no utumi nya bi dane da no na waye mre na honam na waye boho a wono no tam herbal mesha anasa the capsules bi a ya ade a ebeboa ama so watumi aden ho me pacho ye be ma na se wutie me wodwonso na obe ma ehyehew ensansa na abegugu be ma ho a obokura bosna moja na efirimu na eba no tam herbal mesha anasa the capsules no obokura ha bosna honam mu ase bibi ne nanam na honam mu na so bro ade nsa be kan ohunu hwe obobo sase na dikosua ase ni trima se kukodwie bi ene namu me pacho no tam herbal mesha anasa the capsules no bi ni padodo na ayusu aduro no bi ama danse ahudi fa aduro ho no enya asem ketwa me pacho yo oba na se wutie me obo sran so na nsuo na efiri wase na eba obo ha na bosome so a efiri okoro bo se nsuo na egu no obo abo se na enka wom me pacho nya tam herbal mesha anasa the capsules no bi a ebebo yisa o ha we afiri ho esan beboa amaware aso emperifo so obanyansane yeburumbe na yenka nasam timpacho yo ba na wutie mi a fatam herbal mesha anasa tam herbal mesha na capsules ne bi fire waduro na yade a entimi emwa ebehia masaka wonom tam herbal mesha no na kare tam herbal capsules anasa ne mesha no eka ho na ebasade a eboa papa emba wapomde ne timi CP isita bowra drugstore herbal shop pharmacy shop ye number egu screen no so betima hwe na wafrɛ yen number ye 0244 417 669 0244 417.
Abisama yana wase se wajibrena watwen yere kase no eko amahodo so ensam emuo America mampanin Donald Trump ayese a Federal Reserve official baako Lisa Cook obepamo no obebo na sisi wo se ten ama mame akokotena fie sanse na nsentam ansanse bia ekoso e de fa mame ne ho no na ne nye ho kra na ne nyina ne se America mampanin akire se wanyansem bia fa mame hu a eye nsem a edimu pa obetumi agina so ede apamo no enam lo hu ansensem bie na enumo na wase Central Bank leadership no se omonye de ombetimi bia se mami ombeyi no afi akonya so chairman a woda no Jerome Powell waka kire ne se ompa mami emfam free ne dibre ene dwumadi a wodie honomo na mami Lisa Cook wono so ababontia be kasa ede afa ho se Donald Trump ni tumi bia so betuma pamo no na wono asa omo de ani hane na epampam no na wono so ebe ba ko pa wate de Africa Ghana ha ene se yemfa ni hane nkwa prinkins makrumu wate sa be no Africa Ghana ha na wate so de won trase enye no yodum ma na resign on resign na resign tena obekoso aye na dwuma pa wo kire se wo hwe dwumadie yi a ekoso no a won hye dan konko ye bibia ha twene bia ye ka kire se won si fom enya de obesi obekoso atena se na waye na dwuma so watena se emu obi de ni hane pampam no efiri na konya so a na wanye ne yi obetena so na dwuma a wo ye no wakoso aye
Ebusiama ye free US abrochi memo na yemra Ghana yenko enije ensem emu. Kwanchafo Penny Edema Great Commission TV wonokoya na eyeko fabaye edumadi ayam ministries eno opening chief apostle Joseph about Jackson na na awoda entie na obomodi akopie mu ewo nungwa orphanage meche New Life Children's Home ehonomo na okoye na wone enkoda ehonomo ekoka mu na empo na wode wo kokodi ye ehonom na ne kasemo na opanidi twudwa se bone se awoda de ade papa esansa fi yesi mudi banyina no bi wo honom wa nya ne saa me ne okase na woda antono na sane dia ba enya dia sebe ode be kwakwati na baabi na sebe wajeje toa asisi nanim da bi nyame aye na dom na se wono so afia kwapra ba betona na ewo se enyanka wo mo wanyanka fie no wotimi etene ne nsa emma ebi aso wo mo so enti wakwai yade a ennioma ahodo ene wode bi ekoye eba no emo anwa semina milo ene emu ensa dokodoko ne de keka ho nyina wode koye ennioma bi wo betimi de abo ankodai ewo mo adidie ene wo mo na ye mu de wode kokobo a wo mo kama na okopie mu ehonomo no kwanchafo Penny Edema New Life Children's Home ye ni afotebotwe obomodi ha eje nioma yi efeso na wode asedapiesie ekoye Edema Chief Apostle Joseph Jackson Apau yenkwohwe ene sede esikoye
because we are going to do a different project. Not that all the orphanage, some of them, when you go to our former school, you see the fishing cars, you can see. No matter how your car is destroyed, they will bring it back live. We are teaching them how to. So it's not like our traditional orphanage when the children were giving food and wage and etc. But you live here with a skill. We believe that nobody is born without knowing anything. If we don't have, when we have children in our home, especially those who learn apprenticeship, we sometimes thought maybe that is why they were sent to go and learn apprenticeship. But if you don't have someone who is expert to design a nice dress for you, even when you wear the dress, your confidence will die. You always want to go to the salon to make yourself look nice. It takes people who are gifted. So everybody is unique in his own field. And that is number one. But the first question, the vision, I call it the challenges of life. I was born in this same community, raised here. This place used to be my father and mother's husband. We have cow there, we have sheep and all, etc. I even went to school with them. Sometimes when classes is going on, those days there were a lot of farms. So I've been beaten a lot because sometimes they go to individual farms and then they will come and beat me. I did that even whilst I was in secondary school. But we brought some of our friends to come and live with us. Some who are coming from the villages, who stay with their family members, who are seeking for greener pastures in the city. Some of them went through difficult time. So we'll come and tell my father, oh, this friend of ours want to come and live here. My father will allow you to come, but you work for him. Because every businessman, most of them want to evade taxes. So you work for him. So that is where I decided, I said, when I grow up, I'll build a house. And the people who are coming from the villages, I'll host them and take care of their needs. I have no idea that there was something even called orphanage. Then my father also suffered for a loss because of his illness. We didn't know he was using bank overdraft. At that time, the bank interest was about 40%. So the bank was about to sell almost all his property that he used as a collateral. Then I asked myself, what about the young ones who are coming out of school, who doesn't have any collateral? How are they going to get money to set up their own businesses? I went to a church, I was with the church, and I told the pastor, I realized that the welfare policy is only there for funeral, naming ceremony, and weddings. Why can't we put some aside to support the young ones who are coming out? They say no. So it's another challenge. Then my classmates, 2 of them lost their parents in the hands of landguards around sprinters. I don't believe that any responsible person wants to become a landguard. So it's another challenge. Then I believe that Jesus said, my peace I give unto you, not that the world give you. So I had the opportunity to travel outside the country. I lived there for some time. And I believe that with my little contribution, we can also make a difference in our country. So instead of being there condemning,
apart from what I do, most we are also
Mana enie no kwanchefo pani Edema Great Commission TV kofa baye Edema dia ya Media Ministries no Chief Apostle Joseph Apau Jackson no ene na woda happy birthday biem enko emfa mau papa ebuso ebegina ne nsemuso eni jensemuso na enne ebenade ensema ye bobo ano de bro se Paramount News no ye de ni nyina esia sedan confirm enagad Go Same Travel and to Hola Savior Health Center, Center for Apostolic Ministry Apprenticeship, and you may when you may want more aboy chidoma, yede and some way abro. A better was a papa would je pray, a share and you may. Freedom has so yeda winina as say, and there and you may a jepenny a day and some way abro a ye may. Nane quia a treba at a many.
Oh, my Kofi Asempa, Yamamu, anyway.